job can be gruesome. A real job can make you very tired, but a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you. You know what I mean? In the same way that 9 hours.
Hell nah.
Yeah. I am a menace. Keep me around.
What's good, YouTube? Back here with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Also follow me on Instagram, follow me on my Twitch, and if you want to see gaming reactions,
I got one of them goddamn legs over here. Here you go.
you can follow me on my main channel. Let's get into it.
Living under a rock, then I'm pretty sure we've all seen the Hassan situation by now. If you're unfamiliar, well, basically the streamer Hassan Abi said that streaming was more draining than a 9 to 5.
Yes, a real job can be gruesome. A real job can make you very tired, but a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you. You know what I mean? In the same way that 9 hours.
Hell nah. Hell nah. We not finna sit there and do that shit. A real job will suck the fucking life out of you because most people are working jobs that one day that don't like and two that don't pay them enough for it anyway. So the fact that we sit here talking about 9 to 5 is easier than streaming is insane. You can decide when you want to stream and when you don't want to stream. You can decide how long you want to run the stream. You can decide what you want to stream to begin with, whether it's the games or whether it's reactions, whatever. You have full control of everything that goes into streaming. You don't have full control of your job. You got to do exactly what whatever company or job you're working for wants you to do. You have no freedom in that. You have all types of freedom in streaming, bro. Don't ever sit there and compare that shit. That's stupid.
Absolutely will.
That's ridiculous.
A real job does not expend your social battery in the same way as someone who did a sales job, a real job. Okay, I'm telling you, as someone who did both, like 9 hours of constant performance and people pleasing taps you out from social scenarios. After 9 hours of that, I could probably do physical labor. It would not bother me, but I can't.
Well, I can't agree with this, bro.
That's my point.
I can't agree with this shit, bro.
The debate on if streaming is harder than a 9 to 5 spread the internet like wildfire. Every news page was talking about it. People made videos about it. It was a hot topic for a few days. Now, me personally, I don't think that streaming is harder than a 9 to 5 because a 9 to 5 is physically and mentally draining, while streaming is only mentally draining. I completely disagree with Hassan when he says that a 9 to 5 doesn't suck the soul out of you, because they actually do. I'm pretty sure we've all worked a job before that sucked the absolute life out of us.
Yes,
pretty common. But I do feel like there is merit to what Hassan is saying. Like, the way I see it is that, like, just because a 9 to 5 is hard, that doesn't mean that streaming is easy. I feel like a lot of people underestimate the amount of work that streamers actually have to do because of how lazy streaming looks. I mean, when you look at a streamer, like, I mean, they're sitting in a chair playing a game or reacting to videos. And people,
I can understand that, but my whole argument, my whole deal with that is your streaming is on your own time. So if you really need to, you don't have to stream. If you're feeling like, oh, I'm in a gutter mentally, you don't have to stream. You don't, which is crazy. You don't have that option with a lot of jobs unless you got unless you use PTO. But even then, you gotta schedule that shit in advance so people can move accordingly and put people in positions when you're gonna be gone. If you need to stop streaming, you can literally just stop streaming and everything's gonna be fine. So
people do that for free. So when you see somebody doing it for numerous hours each day and they're making money from it, it's like, oh, I could most likely do that. I mean, it seems pretty easy. I do that for free. So why not do it for some bread? But if I'm being honest, I personally don't think that streaming is easy at all. Like, I saw a lot of people trying to write this off as like anyone could stream, but not anyone could work.
I don't think anybody can stream, but I don't think it's...
disagree with. The way I see streaming is kind of like the way I see soccer. Anybody could play soccer, but not everyone can be good at soccer. Anyone can stream, but not everyone can be a full-time streamer. Like, I don't think people realize how hard it is to get to that point where you're a full-time streamer on Twitch. It takes a lot of hard work and a lot of strategy, because Twitch has one of the worst algorithms of all time.
Terrible algorithm.
They don't push you in any way, shape, or form. You have to bring people to your stream. You can't just sit there playing a game all day and expect money and viewership. Like, it just doesn't work like that. It's literally impossible to grow on Twitch by only streaming. All the top streamers have said it before.
Because like the the best strategy for growing on Twitch is still growing on YouTube, TikTok, or another platform.
My advice to anybody that wants to grow streaming, don't stream a lot. You can't just spark up on stream every day on Twitch and get viewers. That's just not how it is. You know, you got to go on different platforms, post your clips, and then eventually, you know, if you do it right, people will come. Yeah.
Go on TikTok.
You
Make more
country as
TikToks.
hell.
Do more YouTube shorts. Try to grow outside of the platform. Because if it hasn't been obvious for the past 6 years now, you're not growing on Twitch anymore. That's not how it works. You have to find discoverability through other places.
It's weird when streamers think, hey, if I want to be a Twitch streamer, I gotta start on Twitch. I gotta fire up, I gotta sign up, make a Twitch channel, make a name for myself. When it's literally the worst option to become a Twitch streamer is to stream on Twitch first. You have to do something else where you have to become famous first.
Like if you have 0 viewers on Twitch, your stream is getting sent to nobody, and the odds of people finding you are slim to none. That's why most of the top streamers had some sort of strategy to bring in viewership to get to where they are now. For instance, Ludwig would do challenges on stream and upload those challenges to YouTube so that the people from his YouTube would tune into his streams. And Queso would take clips from his stream and upload those clips to TikTok so that the people from TikTok would come to his streams. Are you starting to see the pattern here? Like these streamers never just sat there all day and happened to become big streamers out of nowhere. They utilize different platforms to funnel an audience to Twitch while also most likely working normal jobs. And on top of that, these streamers had to actually be entertaining once people started showing up to their streams. Because if someone sees a clip or a video of you and your stream looks fire, like it just looks amazing, it looks like the funniest thing on earth, then that person shows up to your stream and it's just you sitting in a chair playing a game, not really reading the chat or anything, not really being interactive, you're just kind of boring. That person is most likely never going to come back. So that first impression means everything. That's why streamers like Jinxie are so popular now, because his clips are just as funny as his streams. Now, I will say that streaming does get easier after you build up an audience, because you now know that people are actually going to pop out to your streams no matter what, but that still doesn't mean that streaming is easy. Like if I'm being real, not just anyone can entertain numerous people all at once, in the same way that not just anyone can be a construction worker or an electrician. Another thing that people don't really realize about streaming is that you're talking for numerous people while you're live, because you're talking for yourself and you're also talking for the chat. Because in a normal conversation with another person, you talk for yourself. You say something, then the other person says something. There's a breathing room in between that. But with streaming, you're talking in both of those spots, yourself and the other person. And after hours of doing that, you can get drained. Now, is all that harder than a 9 to 5? No, not at all. The positives most definitely outweigh the negatives when it comes to streaming. I mean, you're in the comfort of your own home, there's not many physical demands, and you make your own hours. Like, it's definitely a blessing. But all that being said, my overall point is that even though streaming may be easier than a 9 to 5, that doesn't make streaming easy in general. Like, not just anyone can be a streamer.
Which I agree, which I wholeheartedly agree with that. Like I wholeheartedly agree with that. Not everybody can be a streamer. Not everybody is cut out. Because at the end of the day, not everybody is cut out to do everything. But like to say that it's harder than a 9 to 5 is a little crazy. It's just a tad bit crazy. Like a little bit. I can see why people will call it
to really understand both sides. You would have to have a 9 to 5 at one point, but you would also have to have some sort of success with streaming, because streaming to an entire audience and like doing it full time is completely different than streaming to like 1 or 2 viewers. And even myself, I've never been a full-time streamer at any point in my life, but I've tried to become a full-time streamer and I completely failed. So I know the struggles of streaming. So yeah,
I don't know, man. You might have to go back to it.
In a 9 to 5, but I don't think that streaming is easy. Like I still think streaming is super hard to get to that position that streamers like Hassan or Kai Cenat or maybe even Jinxie are in right now. People don't want to hear someone complain when they're in a worse position than the person complaining. But the reality is that everyone on this earth complains no matter how good their life is. Our brain is a problem-solving machine. So when there's no problems going on in your brain, your brain is going to make problems for you to complain about. I mean, we do it all the time. I'm American, and a lot of you guys watching are probably from first world countries. Now, let me ask you this. How do you think other countries feel when they hear Americans complain about their Wi-Fi going out for 24 hours or their Amazon packages not coming in on time?
Hey, nah,
they're probably fed up because some countries don't even have Wi-Fi or Amazon. They legit only got sticks and stones. So you can only imagine how they might think how annoying it is when we complain, because they have way less than us. But regardless, we still find a way to complain no matter how great our lives are compared to others. People are always going to find a way to complain. Like, that's just the sad reality.
That's always been a thing I don't like, though. I don't know. I just don't like complainers. I don't like people to complain. I just never have. I myself don't really complain about anything. At the end of the day, bro, it's just wasted energy to me. Like, you taking all that energy to find something to complain about when you literally could put that to something else. Like he said, even in terms of the video, you could literally take that energy of you complaining about, oh, your job is hard or whatever, streaming is hard. Put that same energy you put into that and then to creating some content for TikTok or something and watch that shit blow up. And now you're in a better spot because you took that energy and put it somewhere productive.
Mr. Beast literally built wells in Africa, and people somehow started complaining about that. Yeah, your job may be harder than the streamer sitting in their chair for 9 hours, but that doesn't mean that they can't complain about it. Like, maybe it should be off stream or offline when they complain. I feel like that'd be a little bit more sincere, but at the same time, like, everyone on this earth complains, regardless of how great their lives are. How do you get along with your coworkers? By complaining about the job, because at the end of the day, complaining is fun.
I don't know about that.
We can't sit here and act like complaining isn't. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All that being said, this is going to wrap up the video. If you guys made it this far, I appreciate you. If you guys enjoyed this video, then I highly recommend you guys check out my most recent video. It'll be right up here on the screen. But yeah, with all that being said, thank you guys for watching. It's Cameron, and I'm out.
To Morocco, I got pretty women showing titties like I'm Flacco. I came in a hard top, I'm still in the drop.